Welcome to Zero Fortitude. I'm Jacob.
Jason.
Michael.
This is our first video podcast review of a game. We are going to be reviewing The Legend of Drizzt. Ooh. Yes, it's the same Drizzt Do'Urden from the legendary author R.A. Salvatore. It is a dungeon crawler event meant for 1 to 5 players. And what else are we going to go over real quick?
Well, like you said, it's for 1 to 5 players, ages 12 plus, and an average game lasts about an hour. Would you agree?
We did a little bit over, but we were learning. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, the first game of learning anything is going to take a little bit more time.
I can agree with probably an hour.
Yeah. Probably
I
longer,
concur.
different scenarios.
And
Anyways, what's the game about? What's the whole purpose of the game?
And the basic game is a dungeon crawl where you have a quest and you're going through a dungeon, laying different tiles down and fighting monsters, trying to complete your quest. Let's take a look and see what you get actually in the game and what some of the components look like.
Okay.
Okay, here's a look at some of the miniatures that you would get in there. Some of the monsters, a water elemental, and our characters that we played.
Canterbury.
Yes.
Drizzt.
And my guy. Okay, there's a sample of a card. My hit point counters and my utility powers, and let's see that you get legendary knowledge. And it says right there, flip the card over after use. Lucky hit, use after making a die roll, re-roll the die, and flip the card over, which actually helped in one of our encounters when I rolled really low against a monster that we were trying to kill. What some of the tiles look like overhead. And the tiles actually go together pretty well, pretty easy. So somebody just take it apart, and they're actually kind of thick, which is really good. Alright, open it up. Let's see what all kinds of other stuff we get. Wow, since you mixed it all up. Lots and lots of tiles. Got some encounter cards, some other tavern pieces, Cavern Edge, more Cavern Edge tiles, a condition marker, which is poisoned. I just saw the poison. Immobilized. It also comes with a, let's see, the Legend of Drizzt Advanced deck, which is still wrapped because we haven't got to the advanced part yet. Maybe sometime. Like I said, we only played one adventure. This is only our first adventure.
Okay, so why don't we give our
What do we got?
thoughts on the game for a review? Why don't you go ahead and start what you liked about it, Jason?
Well, I like that it's actually fast-paced, very easy to learn. It's got a lot of strategy to it also, it gives you time to think, and it's a pretty fair game because it allows everyone to be kind of the dungeon master per se. So I'd kind of give it like an...
We're not giving grades. Shh. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I liked it.
Yeah, no, that's what you liked about it. I thought we were going to do likes and
We are.
dislikes. Okay, go. All right. What about you, Jacob?
No, I like the game. I like the world of R.A. Salvatore. I like the Wizards of the Coast world. I love just the whole... I've read all these books, so I already know everything like that. I'm a huge Salvatore fan. So
You don't need to have read the books to play the game.
no, but for me, it gives me a higher level of
Understanding.
yeah, kind of like understanding of
Enjoyment.
where it's coming. Right, I can enjoy it. Look, I've been reading for so many years about the Companions of the Hall, and now I get to be one of them. That's the little nerd inside of me coming out, being, well, I can be Drizzt. Look at me, I got
Yeah, we
swords.
won't tell you about the time you cried when the game came in, but we'll...
Shh.
Sorry.
Sat in the corner.
It was so sad.
But yes, for me, it's I like the I don't know what word I'm looking for here. Lore, I guess,
Yeah.
of the whole history of these games. So I enjoy that stuff, and I know there's some expansions already for it or planned. I don't know if they're out yet, but
Well, there's other games in the Dungeons and Dragons set where the games can be put together. Each other one comes with different tiles, different characters, different cards, different powers, and you can play them all together. This one, the only game we played really is Dritz, so we're just reviewing the Dritz set. I haven't played the other ones, but I'm probably going to after playing this.
And I'm excited to see some of the advanced characters so that we can play. You can actually be Artemis in some of the advanced ones, or Arthurgate, the dwarven ally of Jarlaxle Banner. So
Yeah.
Banray, however you pronounce that word, I don't know. I just call it what I call it. So I'm just interested to see more of that,
Yeah.
just more of the lore. What about you, Mike? What do you like about it?
Well, for me, I like the components. The components of the game really added a lot to it. It reminds me a lot of Descent with some of the figures, because once I open it up, I'm like, hey, it's the same goblin from Descent. And the miniatures are good. The tiles for the pieces are really thick, so they're
You're not
not
gonna
real
bend them.
flimsy when we're putting them together. It's not they're not going to be uneven or anything. They were pretty flat, put together really well. We didn't really have to force it, and
No matter how much we wanted to.
and it was very easy to learn and to play. And it's not one person against everybody. It was everybody is co-op dungeon crawl game, and we each have to control the monsters, which I liked. So that's some of the things I liked about the game. What's something that you didn't like, Jason?
I would have to say the encounter cards, because they get really overwhelming sometimes. We were lucky in the second game, but I'm just saying that's luck. We could have gotten like really bad luck and gotten like volcanic eruptions, like every single card, like we did the first game, and died. But yeah, I think that's probably the only thing I disliked about it, just that it gets overwhelming.
I can agree with that, because if you've never played a game like this and you start out and you had the luck that we did in the first game, that's rough. And
Yeah.
you might not, it might discourage some people from trying to pick it up again and play it. And then they've spent the money on the game. So it can be a little rough for new players if you happen to catch the bad luck like that, because there's some in there that are like acid traps and spider traps and things like that that damage every person on that tile.
Yeah, there's a lot more negatives than there is positives. So, but
Yes, there are.
It definitely makes the game very challenging. But like I said, it's a lot based on luck, and sometimes those cards can actually do nothing because you still have to roll for them. So, I mean, it's just luck.
Mike?
Well, I would have liked a little bit more of the miniature components. I know when we opened it up, I mean, we had quite a bit of it there, but and the one big one stood out first.
It's Irtu, the Baylor.
Yeah, but I would have liked a little bit more, and it would have been cool if it was painted. Now, I know that would have drove up the cost, obviously, and some of the pieces were bent, like some of these swords, because they're like a hard plastic in the way they lay, they're bent at the edge. I have OCD, but
I was going to say, that's just Mike's OCD.
that really didn't bother me. They weren't broke or anything, it's bent, and I could live with it.
I probably could have dealt with some more variety in some of the cards. There's a lot of copies of the same cards over and over and over in the game.
Yeah, we've only played the first little deck here. We haven't really played
Right.
the advanced, so I have no idea what's in the advanced.
All right, so final thoughts? Play again or no?
Definitely play again.
I'll play again.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely play again.
Yeah, there's no... Yeah, play again.
Play again.
We'll go with that. So I think that's a 3 for 3 on the Zero Fortitude panel.
Yay.
Thumbs up, we're playing it again. So, all right, so that's about it for us, isn't it?
All right.
All right, Zero Fortitude signing out. I'm
First
Jacob.
video.
Jason.
Michael.
Thanks for watching.
Peace.
Bye.
Pieces.